What's going on, everybody? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV,
Jamar 4.
and we are here for another episode of the Prelude. Okay, I know we've been gone for about what 2 weeks.
It's been
I
a
think
long
that's
time. But y'all haven't really been missing us too much because we've been doing Boys Night Out.
right.
So this is
So
just the
yeah,
first a prelude episode in a couple of weeks. But stuff been going on.
yeah, stuff's going on, which is why y'all won't see Jamar or Maddie on Friday for Boys Night Out because they have some stuff going on right now. So
Go,
and y'all gotta keep Jamar in y'all prayers
please
when it
do,
comes down to
please,
that.
because I am afraid. But you know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna be fine because I'm gonna have my medicine, my stuff, and
Mm.
be looking sickening. So it's like it's fine. It's fine.
Is it the stuff that you plan on giving me?
Correct.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh my God.
Correct.
Um Now before we get into our guest, before anybody says a word, yes, I showed up to an interview with the white beater on because I am under the weather. And I had on a jacket before just so I could look a tad bit presentable, but I had a hot flash. So therefore, no. Y'all just gotta take me as I is. Yes, I said as I is. I know the correct pronunciation is take me as I am, but I said, take me as I is. That's just what I said. And I'm on my vacation from work and I am sick. You see the hat? Fed the fuck up. That's what the hat should have said.
We're going
Fed.
to shift the positive energy in your direction for a swift healing.
Yes. Yes. Jamar has a drink, and what do I have? Lemon tea. Great.
Look, both are going to make us feel better.
That's true. That's true. Facts. That's true. However, we have a guest here, and I'm gonna allow Jamar to introduce him because I'm too weak to say too much.
Oh, Lord. So, our guest is a singer, songwriter, performer, dancer, TikToker, and LGBT Instagram influencer that goes by the name of Eli Liberty. All right, amen, amen, amen. We're going to bring Eli into the room. Yep.
Yo, what up?
Ah.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, friend? How are you?
Thank y'all for having me. I'm pretty good. How
No
y'all feeling? Well, yeah, I know that you feeling under the weather. I'm sorry, Scott.
He'll be all right. So we done laid hands on him, the Lord.
Yeah.
Amen. Hallelujah. But yes, thank you again so much for coming onto the platform and speaking with us about your many many talents. So
Yes, thank y'all for
I've
having
given
me.
you your own introduction, but we want to give you a chance to say it in your own words. So let the audience know who you are, what it is that you do, and an interesting fact about yourself that people may not know.
Dang, it's always that last part that gets me. I was so ready until you was like, interesting fact.
And that's always the catcher because y'all be prepared until I hit y'all with that.
Right. Also, my name is Eli Liberty. I'm a rhythm and pop artist in Atlanta, Georgia, from Chicago, Illinois. And yeah, an interesting fact is Sailor Moon's my favorite anime.
Really?
Oh, but everybody knows that though.
Well,
Okay, Sailor Moon's my favorite anime.
I mean, it's still an interesting fact because then that makes me want to know like which one is your favorite Sailor Scout. I mean,
Okay,
is it obvious?
fancy.
Is it obvious
Is
which one?
it? Is it?
Sailor Moon? I
Actually,
mean,
my favorite is Sailor Venus, followed by Sailor Saturn.
really? See, I'm a Neptune girl.
Oh, I love Neptune. That's all Pisces all day too. So yeah.
Now, see, I don't know anything about that part, but but I do love me some good Neptune. Well, that's interesting.
Mhm.
We'll have to talk about that one later off camera when we can really nerd out and do all that thing, since we'll be here forever. So,
Amen.
So you mentioned you're an R&B and pop artist. So what is it that inspires you to do music? Because you just started music relatively not too long ago, but you've still been in it for quite a while. So tell us your journey.
So it really started when I was younger. I was doing a lot of plays and musicals. Since I was like 5 years old, I was the lead in The Wiz, and a couple of different things. And it really just started from there. Um, oh, I was I was the scarecrow, but yeah. So it really started from there. And really, I always had a passion for music. I heard Whitney Houston, and my mom said that it was the first song that I ever heard. So, like, yeah, it kind of just like started from there with like music and performing and like all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, yeah. And then I really started diving in 2017 as far as like my own music. But I was in the choir throughout middle school and high school, so I was able to work on music and vocal lessons throughout middle and high school. And then yeah, 2017 is when I really started getting serious with everything that I was doing and really writing immensely. Um and yeah, I say that 2017 is really the first year that I really started taking music seriously.
It's the studio. Okay, see, we love to hear the backstory to see how we came to be. You know what I'm saying? And I mentioned this earlier is that Eli and I met not too long ago, maybe about three weeks ago, maybe not even a month at his video
Yeah,
release
at the
party
video
for
release party.
yes for Drippy through our mutual friend of ours, Mr. Rico with the K.
Yeah,
Love me some Rico, love me some Rico.
me three.
And I was like, oh, okay, I like him.
Oh,
I
thank you.
like him. So, with music, who would you say are like your top three musical inspirations? Like when you're going through the creative process, who are the people that give you, who are like your muse?
So I would definitely always say that Ariana Grande is one of my main ones. Just everything about the topics of the songs that she talks about, as far as like love and everything, that's like, huge with me. As well as just her voice. Like her voice is so amazing. So I kind of think about like her a lot of times, as well as the performance aspect and the overall amazing artistry of Chris Brown. Um, and then from there, also Korean pop music because of their overall, like the way that they train themselves. It literally is how I trained myself, like very strict and like really trying to make sure I practice and really do my best every time that I do a performance or anything like that. So really those three different things are things that have inspired like my whole overall artistry, but especially my music and just the way that I try and present myself as an artist.
I wouldn't have guessed the Korean pop thing, but like now that you mention it, like especially
It
because
makes sense.
they have a lot of their groups are like large groups of people that are really popular, so it has to have some organization to have that many people be on one accord. So I'm like, you know what?
Mm.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Yeah, I definitely love Korean pop music. It's really been an even heavier influence in the past couple of, well, I'll say in the past year for sure. But I'm listening to it since like, woof, since forever.
I'm just getting on the train, so it's like
Oh,
I'm new. I'm new. I'm new. Give me some time. Don't give me some time.
I feel it. I'll send you some groups.
I appreciate that. You got my line.
All right. So tell us about the new song that you got out now called Drippy and how did it come about?
So Drippy really came about because I'm kind of nasty. So I really thought about like Drippy as far as like it being like, the body parts that be dripping when you are sensually enticed by a person, or whenever the person that you are doing things with, they begin to become a little bit drippy or whatever. So, so that's kind of like where it came from. But of course, like like releasing it to the world and everything, have to like kind of tweak it a little bit so it's not just like, okay, this is about sex. So we
I
had to
mean,
change it and kind of be like, money and like paint dripping and like all that kind of stuff, just so that, yeah. But that's
I,
essentially
I,
where it came from.
none of
Because if
those.
you
I
want
mean,
drippy, baby, come see me. Like,
I could understand that in no other context but the first one. I can't. I can't. It's a harder sell. I'm just like, oh, okay. I was so what perspective are we speaking from? Like, are they dripping? Are you dripping? Are y'all dripping together?
I'm cracking up. Okay, so when I wrote it, I was not. I was creating the drip, as in like, never mind. But
I mean, we've said worse things. We've said worse things. Feel free.
oh, really? Okay, but yeah, yeah. If that made sense, I hope that came out correctly. But yeah.
Oh, I understood. I just wanted to hear it from you. That's all. I just wanted to hear.
Oh, we.
Uh, I cannot. I think the next question is simply about the standout records from your earlier work. And I must say that listening to it, I think one of my favorite songs from the ones I heard is I think it's Black Boys. I think that's one of my favorite songs.
Thank
That
you,
was
thank
one of the
you.
ones I wrote down too. I said Black Boys. I think for our community specifically.
Mm, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, something that I really stand for is mental health awareness, and that's the reason why I even wear pink, is because I want to start uncomfortable conversations with me wearing pink all the time. And like, why are you always wearing pink? Okay, it's like because I stand for people who feel as though they may not have had a voice and like all that kind of stuff. So I use pink as a way to do that, and that's the reason why I wrote Black Boys, because I used to get bullied just because my favorite color was pink when I was in first grade. So yeah, when I wrote Black Boys, that was like stemming from all of that and just like all the different mental things that I had been through, and just really expressing that, hoping that other people hear it and like take on to it, which people have. Thank God, people have said that it's a really powerful song. So I'm glad that y'all enjoyed it as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And just going through and kind of letting everything play. There are
Mm.
two two songs for sure. One of which I'm letting you know now we're going to record a remix to. So I'm just
Okay.
letting you know this now
I
because
wonder what songs they are.
I've ideas. Uh, One of the first ones that I like, I put it in the Insta story was if.
Ah, that's the one you want to remix?
Not the one I want to remix.
Oh.
That's just still one of my favorites. The one that I want to remix is Fall.
Ah. Oh my God, I love that one. Me and my frat brothers actually wrote that together.
Wait, what fraternity are you in?
Phi Mu Alpha.
Hmm,
It's a music fraternity.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
I have,
yeah, yeah. You said what?
okay. I hadn't heard of that one. I said I know there's like dance fraternities and
Hmm.
other like art based organizations, but I hadn't heard of that one. So that's interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Across the
I like
Morehouse.
the sky too. I like the sky as well. That's another one that I like a lot. The sky.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I put a lot into that. It took a lot to even write that. That song was actually about oh shit, my first breakup.
Those are the best
So
ones, the ones that are written for
right.
dating.
But yeah, Cry for the Moon definitely was a journey, especially. the sky. Oh, now I want to bring that back. I'm glad that you said that. Thank you.
Add it to the set. Add it to the
Right, I
set.
might have to.
I'll, I'll add it to the set. Uh, what was the? There was the one where I was like, this. Okay, there's two more that I want to talk about. And one, I thought it was a sample, but it's not. It just has similar, maybe chords in the background.
Mhm.
And I was lucky.
Okay.
Lucky, as I was like, what does that remind me of? And it was Demi Lovato, Sorry Not Sorry. I think there's like chords in the back.
I'm cracking up. And
Do you hear it?
what's so crazy is someone let me know that like 2 years after it was out, they're like, it kind of like sounds like that Demi Lovato song. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I was like, I'm gonna start using it like as part of a cover to go out of it. But yeah, I never got to get there because COVID hit. So,
Right,
but
right.
yes, I didn't know originally that it sounded similar, but someone had definitely like let me know, and I was like, okay, like I could like use that as a cover. But yeah,
I would.
I might
And
do it. I might do it one day.
I mean, look, these are the ideas. I'm just putting them out there into the world. I'm just saying,
Appreciate you.
just invite me to the show. Just invite me to the show. That's all I ask.
Oh yeah, you already coming.
So I can watch it and have to be like,
Like that was me.
I can have that. I can have that moment. I can have that moment. And I think vocally, the strongest song that I can recall, just based off my first listen, was "Eternity."
Ah, yeah. Thank you.
I was like, come on, you better give me some vocals, some vocals.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'll give you the props. Now about that vault remix.
Oh, man.
We probably can work that out.
I'm just
We gotta
saying.
talk to my brothers.
I'm just saying. Go ahead,
Okay,
Scott.
so how would this new project be different from your last?
I feel like this new project I'm working on is gonna be a lot different from my last because I've grown so much. I feel like I've learned so much about myself. I've been on a self-love journey. I've been on this self-love journey for like almost 3 years. So it's like just all the things that I learned during that time as well as like, more stuff that I'm just like continuing to learn. I'm constantly evolving and like with the new music, I feel as though it's evolved with me. Um and I feel as though I've allowed myself to be a lot more vulnerable this go around. Um and accepting that I am not perfect as well as being able to um you know, really dive in deeper and become more free with the music as well. I feel like that's something different because I did train myself in so much structure that I've had a problem with allowing myself to be free. But I feel with all of this new music, it's allowing me, and it's going to allow me. I'm so excited to be more free, um, which I think is very necessary as an artist because it's been people that have hit me up and been like, "Oh, you must be an android. Like you can't be a real person. You can't be a real person. Like stuff like that." Just because of like just because like the way that I may like carry myself on social media and all that kind of stuff, or just the way that I perform. And this era, I really wanted to stress like I just wanted to be human. So it's kind of like my thing that is happening. So a lot of vulnerability, a lot of growth, realization, and yeah, new sounds in general because I'm experimenting with a lot of different sounds this go around too that I'm very excited for. I can barely contain it, but yeah,
I mean, if there's a listening party, I'll be waiting for the invitation.
it definitely is going to be. Definitely.
Look, you know where to find me. You know.
Yes, I'll
So
definitely be seeing both of y'all there.
I need to drag this forward back to Atlanta because she.
Please don't act like I'm not gonna be in this mud. Like, just stop, stop.
I'm
You know
going.
I
I
ain't
said
got.
leave her be this
No,
time.
I ain't. You know I ain't got the energy right now, and you gonna
You can't
I'm
keep
monitor.
cracking
taking
up.
these shots. Just,
I
just
can't.
enjoy it. Enjoy it,
I, I,
bitch. Enjoy it.
I am.
Enjoy it.
Best believe I am.
I
Because
can't wait to
Enjoy it
talk to
because
you on
you
full
know.
blast, Scotty.
Because just let him enjoy this moment. Because when I get being unsick, he know he ain't gonna be able to handle me. So just continue to enjoy this.
oh, girl, please. There's never that. We will go back and forth for an hour before I fall.
Continue to enjoy it, bitch. Continue to
Y'all
enjoy.
funny.
she get on my nerves. I don't really like her for real. But no. um, so how do you come up with? Because like you have these very interesting titles
Mhm.
for your projects. You know, you got the Cry of the Moon and the Boy Cries Pink. So like, where did these titles come from, and how do you come up with how to give names to your eras?
So for Cry for the Moon, it actually was a different name. It was codenamed Twilight Rose originally, but then um I wound up breaking up with the person that I was with and then wrote more songs like The Sky. And it wound up Cry for the Moon itself means to beg for things that you're never going to attain or that are being restricted from you. So it's like, we can't reach the moon, but we know that it's beautiful and it looks like we can grab it, but yeah. So when things can't happen for you or they just won't happen for you, you're kind of like crying for the moon. And with the relationship that I was in at the time, I felt like I was crying for the moon because it was certain things that I needed, and they felt like they were crying for the moon because it was things that they needed from me. So from there, of course, I loved the moon, and I love everything about like galaxies and astronomy and planets, and then astrology as well. So I was like, I need to figure out where I'm gonna go for my next era. So originally, it was The Boy Who Cried Pink. Um, and I changed it to He Cried Pink just to be more concise. And then I created the storyline of everything in the macrocosm, which is the galaxy of Eli Liberty, essentially, which breaks down the albums into He Cried Pink, Neptune, He Cried Pink, Venus Reborn, and then whatever the next couple of chapters are going to be. Um, but I chose He Cried Pink just because of going back to, wearing pink and um, exuding pink and making sure that people hear multiple different sides of these stories. And yeah, so basically just everything inside of me is pink. So, me crying pink and then adding on to whatever planet or emotion that we're on. So Neptune was named Neptune because all the songs on there um, were basically songs of illusion and fantasy. And Neptune is the planet of illusion. Venus is the planet of love. So Venus Reborn is love reborn, essentially. However, I named it Venus Reborn to be called, you know, oh, I didn't mean to say that. But I named it Venus Reborn as a form of self-love, like love reborn, but for myself, because all the songs on there are essentially after the breakup, and it's like, Just Fine and Quits was on there, but we had to take it off, but Quits, and just all those songs. Um, but yeah, He Cried Pink as a whole is one long 22 track visual album that goes from the beginning of a relationship through the end and after a relationship. So, yeah, it all really just comes from my crazy ass mind. Like,
And we love to see it. We love to hear because we as the audience can consume art in our own way, but it's always good to
Mm,
hear like where it kind of stemmed from or like what it was birthed from or out of.
mm,
So that's
Right,
always
right.
one of my favorite questions.
Appreciate
And
you asking.
oh, absolutely, because I'm nosy and I want
I'm weak.
to know. So, where did you get the term the moon base from? Like, where does that stem?
Okay, so I actually used to work at Amazon. And when I worked there, I didn't want anybody to like know my name because I didn't want anybody to be like, "Hey, yo, come here," or like, call me. So we had to like put our names on the back of our vests and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want people to know my name for real. So I'm gonna just put a moon. So I just drew a big moon and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I put then they were told me like it has to have like an actual name on there. So I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do? So then I thought about it. Ariana Grande was my favorite, well, is my favorite artist, and she had her name as Moonbay on Snapchat. So I was like, if I was to get married to Ariana Grande one day, I would automatically be Daddy Moonbay. So I took Daddy Moonbay and put that on the back of my Amazon vest. And I put Daddy on top and then the moon and then put Bay under. So then people at work started calling me Daddy Bay. So then I'm just like, no, it's not Daddy Bay. Like, it's Daddy Moonbay. And then that kind of just stuck. I changed it on social media. And then after I got on to Pop Smash,
Uh
Oh God. Wait a minute, here he comes.
oh. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, wait, did somebody's phone die? Can you hear me?
I think my system messed up. Everything went out.
Can you still hear us? Oh,
1 second. Can you hear me?
mm-hmm. Can you hear
Yep.
us?
No, I
All right.
can't hear you.
You may have to go out and come back in, or try to hit the link that we sent you again. Oh, there. He can't. I'm saying it like he can hear me. Oh, press X. Leave. Leave. Go out and come back in.
Oh,
See? We got it. We got it.
Oh Jesus.
Girl, I know you're over there just suffering, child. Just make it through. Just make it through, friend. Make it through. I'm gonna try to be there for the both of us.
Oh Jesus. You just don't know.
I
okay, I'm
understand.
back.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Okay, good.
StreamYard just being shady. That's
But
all.
yes, did it get
Well,
cut off? Did y'all hear me?
you were in the middle of a thought, and we just finished the background of the Moonbase story. After you
Ah, okay.
changed on all social media.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I changed it on all social media, and then after I wound up getting on Pop Smash for Just Fine, and then after I won, well, actually, yeah, after I got on Pop Smash, the first time that I hit #1, all the supporters of my music started calling themselves Moonbase, and from there it just kind of stuck.
Oh, that's what's up. I was like, where does this? That's a very. I don't feel like this is something you just come up with on.
Yeah, and
You know.
it wasn't. It really wasn't because I wanted to like I made like a survey of like what the support group for everybody for like my music should be called, and I made like like the poll on Instagram and everything. Moonbase wasn't even on there at first, but people were like, you have to use Moonbase. I'm just like, well, no, but okay. So at first I wasn't even like for it. We had different names, like I forgot what they were, like the Liberators and like stuff like that. It was a lot of stuff, but they chose it on their own, so I'm grateful for that.
Most like groups like that are never made by the actual artists. They're kind of
Yeah.
like collective saying, this is what we are.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to
Yeah.
do.
But when I was doing all that, I was definitely like inexperienced with it. So I definitely will say that because they definitely named themselves like they like any fan base they will be like, no, we are the and that's what it is. Like, so I'm just grateful that I even have people that pay attention to my music that much that they even are like, yes, I'm a Moonbase. So thank you,
Well, that's
Moonbase. I love
cute.
y'all.
I can, you know, that's what's up. That's what we like to see. You know, support for our indie artists who out here trying to do the damn thing.
Mhm,
And so,
definitely.
because now, as I was talking with Scotty, it's like I had just within this year, I had just started like trying to create, my own stuff. Just started writing stuff, and Carl, shout out to Carl, who allowed me to be on his project that's upcoming. It was like the first time I actually wrote something to a beat, and he heard it. He was like, "Yes,
Mm.
yes." So I mean,
Oh,
it
I
it,
need to
it really
hear.
does great. I mean, when it's done, I'll be excited. I'll probably just like share it with my eyes closed, but
I'm
uh,
weak.
I'm excited for it. So tell me, what's your like creative process when you're writing? Like, where does it just come to you in the shower, in the gym,
It
in the toilet?
literally comes to me everywhere. Like I can just like I can literally be asleep and then like something will hit me in a dream and I just gotta wake up and write it down. And if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget like 5 minutes later. So yeah, my creative process is literally like whenever something comes into my head, I write it down. And after a couple of weeks, depending on like where I am, whether or not I'm like promoting something at the time or I'm trying to like write new stuff, I will go back to my notes and just like be like, okay, this kind of fits with this topic. Okay, maybe this could be a song. And then like I go through all my notes and I just keep switching stuff around. And then sometimes I'll just like come up with a whole bunch of stuff that makes no sense and then like keep it on top and then like on the bottom be like, okay, this is what the lyrics is gonna be. Or sometimes I will rant through voice message or I will rant through text and then same thing, just put a little divider and then just be like, okay, this is what I really meant. This could be what the song is. So I write everything from my personal experiences.
Good to see. Good to see. I know you still like to collaborate with other people, but it's like I
Oh
know
yeah.
it's easy to probably have somebody bring you something that you like and you can deliver it, but it's something always more cathartic about it coming from your own artistic vision and idea.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just like, you know what? Let me do these growing pains and just work with it until it's something that I actually like.
Hmm. Oh
And
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And it's so rewarding after the fact as well.
I believe it.
So
That's why I can't wait.
yeah,
One day,
I'm excited for you. I
one day. Like
can't
I said, we're
wait.
gonna do that. We're gonna do that fault remix. It's gonna be one of them. I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens.
Turn
I feel
up.
like that's the way to manifest.
Okay, so the next one is okay. This is a game that we're gonna play for you.
Yay.
It's like a let's go type of game. It's like it's an artist edition. All of them, all four of them are male artists.
Mm.
So out of all four, you got to choose which one you would prefer to go. Um, it goes like this: A is Chris Brown, B is Trey Songz, C is Usher, and D is Bruno Mars. Which one gotta go?
And this is no offense to anybody. It's a game, remember? Okay, just in
It's
case,
somebody's gonna be
because you
offended.
know, like.
Somebody somewhere is gonna be offended.
But I would say B,
I
only
already knew that.
because,
Well,
only because I listen to his music the least out of all of those four. That is the only reason. However, I do enjoy all four.
True. His like the past few, but then again, Usher's last few projects have been. But he always has.
Terrible,
He always has to
terrible,
fall back on. Yes.
terrible.
I'm
but
cracking up.
but but Trey's Ready was so good. But that was
I
so
think the problem, I think the issue with that is Reddy was so good that everybody expected him to recreate Reddy, and he thought he could recreate Reddy, and he showed that he could not recreate Reddy, and that's what he's been trying to do since Reddy is recreated, and it's been a mess ever since. Like, I mean,
but then again, what has Usher been doing since 2004?
I wouldn't say 2004. I would say because he was still getting hit records after that. I mean, I would
Papers?
say that
Creep?
I mean, we're not talking about papers, but what I'm saying is, like, he did have like a hit. He did have hit records with like, okay, like he had the Daddy's Home song that was a hit. He had the Oh My God song that was a hit. They played it every damn day on the radio. He had Little Freak with Nicki Minaj that was a hit song. Then he came out with the Hot Toddy shit with Jay Z. That was a hit song,
I'm
unfortunately.
just
Then
glad
he came
that
out.
everybody's doing well.
I'm
Then he
glad
came
that
out with
you.
Climax. He came out with Climax. That was a
Okay,
hit
now
song.
Climax made me pay attention. The other things that you just said, we don't know her. But that, I
All
know her.
I'm saying is Usher started jumping on trends and was trying to be like Chris. That's what the problem
Ooh,
lies. He was trying
ooh.
hard to stay afloat. Really.
Yeah, I remember that Looking for Myself album when he went like straight Caucasian European pop dance music.
Oh
I,
my God.
I said,
No,
I'm
run
not
just
this.
glad that
objective.
everybody's doing well.
He's he's not
You
doing
know,
well. He's not doing well at all. He's not doing well.
I feel like everybody's doing well. So, you know,
Wait a minute. Wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
just
wait.
happy everybody's
Remember,
doing well.
remember, he also had another song called No Limit, right?
He did, and it's popular. Everybody has very popular songs, you
He
know.
had Good Kisser too.
I have no comment.
I'm just happy everybody's doing well.
Like I ain't gonna say like I don't love Usher, but I've just been like, give me what I want.
But I also gotta realize that he's in his 40s now, so it's
I
not
know
like he's gonna be the
I'll
same
never get it
shit.
again, and that's okay.
But I mean, he did come out with a song last year called "Bad Habits." I actually liked it, but you only gonna hear that on the old people station. They're not gonna play that on the other station.
It we once you hit 40, you're stuck to an AC radio.
Yeah, that's
I'm
all they
weak.
play. That's all they played it at. That is all they played it at. Which I know that is not a part of the interview, but can we talk about that for a second? I think that that's pretty unfair for R&B artists to be stuck in a box when they turn 40. When you have people like Jay Z that are hip hop artists that will still get played on urban mainstream radio, but then you have artists like Brandy or artists like Monica who are now 40 plus that will only get played on AC radio. I think that's really messed up.
I mean,
I
Generation Z,
don't know.
TikTok, Instagram. It's harder to market those songs because there's not a dance to it that young kids can do and come up with.
And
Hmm.
I think it depends on the type of music as well, because in the same way, I feel like Janet still gets played on like pop, you know, but it just depends on like what type of
But see,
music
she had,
I
but see,
feel.
she had to throw J. Cole on a song just so she could get played on one of those stations. Like,
Hmm.
what was the name of that song? No Sleep. They wasn't playing that on urban mainstream nor pop until she threw J. Cole on it. Now they want to play it.
Um.
That's probably why she did it. But that song was one. It
Hmm.
needed something else. It needed something else. But praise God. So
I just feel bad for artists like Brandy and Monica though. It's not like they making old people music. I mean, but you know,
speaking of
a
speaking of,
song like I just feel like a song like Borderline, everybody should have heard. It
That's
shouldn't have been viral.
accurate. Definitely an underrated track as well.
Them harmony, her 8-part harmony she be having on every song. I'm like, girl, how tedious is that? I can only imagine how
She
angry.
Oh,
said she liked
it takes a lot. It takes a lot to
she
add all
said
them
she liked
harmonies and
doing background.
everything.
She said she liked making background harmonies more so than leads, and I definitely believe that.
Mm. But
They're
backgrounds are fun. Backgrounds are like a lot of fun to do.
they really hold the song up because if
They
you just
do.
have beat there, it's kind of like
Yeah, or else
what?
everything will like just fall empty.
Yeah, it mm-mm. But
However, the next one is an album. I think all of these are 90s R&B albums that are all considered to be iconic 90s R&B albums, and you have to choose between one of the four to go.
Okay.
Um, the first one up is My Life by Mary J. Blige. The second one is Never Say Never by Brandy. The third is Butterfly by Mariah Carey. And the fourth one is Crazy Sexy Cool by TLC. Which one gotta go?
A. And again, it's
Oh,
only because I'm. But
I
however,
might as well
comma.
just get off the damn screen.
oh, you might as well have cussed his mama out for
But
saying.
I'm cracking up. But however, comma, I have not heard the full album all the way through, and that's the only reason why I'm saying that. All the other ones I have heard 5,000,000 times, so that's the only reason.
That is
Oh,
No
that is
disrespect.
that is disappointing.
baby, that's his Bible. If he don't know nothing else, he knows that album is.
I'm sorry.
That
I'm
is
gonna go listen to
disappointing.
it tonight, just for you. I promise.
You know what? You lucky I don't have the strength right now. I don't have.
Been
I
touched
don't
by
have.
an angel.
Because I was about to say, look, I love how whenever this conversation is brought up, that Brandy's Never Say Never is never even up for consideration of elimination.
Never will be.
No,
Never ever will be.
you
But you
can't.
know what? I'm ready to move on now. Let's next one up is these are song selections. These are all songs that are considered iconic in the, I guess, the pop world. You know,
And
these are
that last
Okay.
pop.
one called it, Scotty. I called that last one.
You did? Oh yeah, you
Mhm.
did.
Oh,
Because
you did?
I don't know none of her music. Period. So I wouldn't know. But
Wait,
You'll
who?
see. You'll see.
you'll
Go with the list.
see. But these are the four: "Crazy in Love" by Beyonce, "Umbrella" by Rihanna, "Anaconda" by Nicki Minaj, and "Thank You Next" by Ariana Grande.
That's not fair. Okay, hold on.
Because I was like,
That's
I
what
could put Cardi in there. I could put many other people. I'm like, let me put Ariana in there. And then
Ah.
that's what he get for choosing Mary the last time. Let me go back off camera.
I'm weak. Okay, this is really, really hard. Okay, so Beyonce definitely is not going anywhere. Ari definitely is not going anywhere. Rihanna is my Pisces sister, and Nicki is iconic. So I don't know what to do in this situation. It's between Rihanna and Nicki. However, comma, can we keep them all?
there's a wrong answer.
No,
Oh wow.
There is a wrong. There's a
I
wrong
was hoping I
answer.
was
There's
gonna
no
get
plead the
like
fifth. There's no plead the fifth. None of that. One of these hoes must die and drown in the waters. Who is it gonna be?
I'll say C.
that
Fair,
was too that was too easy because
fair.
that wasn't the one I when we was putting this together. That wasn't even a Nicki Minaj song that was originally up there. See, I personally said Super Bass. He said no, we should go with Anaconda.
I'm cracking up. See,
Because
Super
Super
Bass would have
Bass
made it
was
even harder though. Like, cause Super Bass is one of my favorite Nicki songs besides favorite.
wait.
What?
Of all the discography that make you
I said one of.
favorite is your
One of. It's just
that I
one
skip
of. But I
song
love that song.
so many times. I skip it just because I like to skip it.
Oh my
Weak. I
God.
love that song.
I'm just playing, even though I really don't like that care for that song. But that was Pink Print, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whew. Well, that was fun. I was about to say, as long as you don't say my girl, we good.
I'm very upset about Mary being chosen. Like
I'm sorry.
He's still
like this is
look.
very offensive to me.
Now, had he
I'm
said Rihanna,
sorry.
we
Oh my
also been
God.
all right. You double whammy now. You double whammy at this point because you know I'm gonna see
Can
you
I get
next
some
week.
redemption points in some way?
I mean, you chose Nicki, so you are forgiven by me. I don't know about
I'm weak.
her.
Let's continue.
You're so stupid. So
I'm gonna post the album cover to my life on my Instagram, and I'm gonna tag him in it.
it's so petty. it's so fucking petty.
Yo, I'm cracking up. You're funny.
And he's dead ass serious. That's what makes it funnier. Like
I'ma
you gonna
like
see
it. I'ma
that you gonna
comment.
see that in your notifications tonight.
I'm weak. I'ma like it
um,
and I'ma comment. Be like, all love for it.
so tell us what are some of the upcoming things that the people in the audience can watch and support, and if they want to see more of Eli Liberty, where can they go?
All right, so I have a concert on July 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at Love Jones at 901 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway. Um, I have a couple of shows coming up. I have a show on the 18th as well, and the 23rd and the 27th. So if you are in Atlanta, you can pull through any of those, but please try and make it to the concert for sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm filming a series right now. Um, Multiple series. I'm filming three series right now. I can't say much, but definitely all the Moonbase and all the new viewers who just became Moonbase or whatever. Make sure y'all are looking out for me on a couple of different series that are coming soon. And you can find me everywhere on social media. That's Eli Liberty, like the statue underscore.
Okay, cute. So I'll see you there at the concert next week. What
Yeah.
what advice would you give to somebody who wants to aspire to do some of the things that you're doing as far as performing and recording music?
Mm, I would definitely say,
Basically, talk to me.
okay. I'm cracking up. So, after you've already established that it's something that you want to do, I would definitely say plan. Plan heavily. The more you plan, the easier everything is going to be. Become very clear and concise when you are asking for things, um, as well as when you're providing things for other people. Um, Also, make sure that if you, basically anything is possible, like past the moon, even is like not even the limit. Like the whole galaxy is literally there for all of us to use as like our oyster, if that makes sense. But yeah, everybody can literally do anything that they put their mind to. And all you gotta do is believe in it, organize it, and really go for it. And that's the way that you'll be able to succeed and stay confident.
Well, I'm gonna manifest and stay confident, and plan to record the Fault remix. All right. So
Okay, you got it.
look, you set it up, and all I did was just dish it right back at you.
Perfect. That's how you do
Exactly.
it.
so The last thing that we do, we always ask this question at the end of the all of our interviews, is we want to know, in your honest opinion, did you have a good time? Do you feel like we did our jobs as hosts? What would you say is your feedback to the show?
I had a wonderful time. I feel as though y'all really dove into like not only me as an artist, but like parts of me as a person. I feel like that's important for us as artists to get out to the audience, whether it's a new audience or an old audience. So it's definitely that I appreciate. It's definitely something that I appreciate because we don't always get the chance to do it besides a performance or like a random live. So the way that y'all even ask questions and the way that y'all stay involved is lit. Love it. And hopefully I will have me back sometime soon, but I definitely have fun.
Oh yeah, like when your project is, fully out, and then we could just kind of dive in and talk about everything going on with the
Hmm.
untitled project. I mean, you could drop the title right here, right now, if you want. But whatever it comes to, talk about it.
Turn up, turn up. But yes, y'all are amazing. And I appreciate y'all so
Hopefully,
much for having me.
hopefully he's listened to my life in full by then.
I definitely will.
I'm still
I
upset.
promise. I'm gonna listen. I told you I'm gonna listen to it tonight. As soon as you tag me, that's gonna be my reminder to listen to it. So,
Boom.
Oh,
There you go.
you better tell him I would do it for real.
I know he look. One thing he don't play about is Miss J Blige. Okay,
no,
baby.
I'm serious. I'm gonna listen to it tonight.
He might
Straight
play
through.
about Keisha. He might play about K Michelle, but he does not play about me.
I feel you. I'm the same way about Ariana Grande. So,
Which is ooh. Never mind. I ain't even gonna start that argument because somebody tried me, and I don't want. And I like you right now. I don't want us to become enemies by the time it's over. Um,
I'm
thank
scared.
Oh
you.
my
I
God.
wonder what that was.
Somebody. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it because it's fun. I pitched on Instagram who would be in a versus, who would go against in a versus with Rihanna. And one of my good Judies, I won't say her name because then we're gonna start reading each other on Instagram again. Um, said that it would be that Ariana would win, and I said,
I don't think that they would go in the verses against each
I
other
don't think so
though.
either. Because
Yeah,
by the
To
time
I
make
feel
I
like
read
it's
it,
two
it
different. You
yeah,
know,
but I was just like, now, girl, the only one that can really do Rihanna is Beyonce. For real, for real. That's the only one that people would want.
Ooh,
That's the
too
only
many
one.
iconic people.
But he was just
and
like,
she ain't going nowhere.
she got X, Y, and Z, LMNOP. I'm just like,
Was it Reek? It was Reek, wasn't it?
it was not.
Oh,
We've gotten into we've gotten into other arguments.
I'm weak.
We've gotten into other arguments, but no, it wasn't that one. And I was just gonna see what your opinion may lie. And I'm glad that have some sense, and it
I'm
makes me
weak.
happy that you realize that wouldn't even be right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a pairing that really made sense for a versus, I don't think. So
I'd
yeah.
watch. I would watch
Yeah,
it
I
though.
definitely would. I definitely would.
I'll be tuned the fuck in. But again, thank you so much, Eli, for coming onto the platform and being the amazing person that you are. Y'all go
Thank y'all for having
stream
me.
all of Eli's projects on all streaming platforms. Tune into what's the name of the concert next week?
The Pink Polaris concert, July 14th, 7:30.
Tickets in your bio.
Eventbrite. But in my
Okay.
bio, yes. In my
Boom.
bio at Eventbrite, yeah, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, y'all come see Miss Eli perform because he be over there shimmying and shaking on stage.
About to
Oh
go
my
rehearse
God.
now in a second.
Okay, well, baby, again, thank you again so much for coming. We love you. You know I do. And I'll see you next week.
All right.
See
Thank
you
y'all
later.
so much. Get better
Bye.
soon, Scotty.
Ooh, I can't wait to click end broadcast now.
Okay.
I
Because he gonna go and lay the fuck down.
believe it. But yeah, get your rest.
I
Bye, baby.
will.
Good luck at
All right.
rehearsal.
Thank you. And we playing Dead by Daylight tonight.